Hello everyone, Megatronic here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2-pack of Timelines Comic Edition, Optimus Prime, and STARSCREAM. Obviously, these two deluxes are inspired from the Hearts of Steel's comics that Hasbro did many years and moons ago. Now, two disclaimers. One, I apologize that I did not upload this last night. I was very tired after work and just went to bed immediately. Two, my neighbor is mowing outside, so if that's a little distracting, do apologize. I can't really do anything about that, obviously. So yeah, now let's get right into the video, right into these figures. Now, the main thing I want to say, and it's not so much of a criticism, just a nitpick, would be I wish these two were Voyagers. They're not horrible deluxe class figures. I just wish they were Voyagers because they really don't scale with anything. For an example, here we have them with Mastermind Creations, Hearts of Steel Thundercracker, and you can see how much taller Thundercracker is to Starscream. It's a bit disheartening that he's that much taller. And just for another example, here he is a Skybite. Here they are a Skybite, and Skybite towers over both of them. And they're not the biggest deluxes either. They're rather small. I guess we can, for my upcoming review, there's him, and he, you know, yeah, he's taller. That's my main criticism. So let's just get right into it. Last time I believe we started off with Top Spin and went to Spinister, I think. I don't know. So let's just start off with Starscream. In my opinion, Starscream has the worst, or the not as good robot mode as Optimus has, but he has a better vehicle mode. Paint where it is nice. All the red is essentially painted, and that's where all the budget went. I do wish this was all molded in red so we could get some gunmetal detailing. For example, all this stuff under here I wish was done in like a gunmetal, and all these things inside his legs I wish were painted, but I can always do that if I really want to. I do wish these propellers were done in a gunmetal. That would have just helped, you know, not make them look bland. You can extend the wings out. Unfortunately, there's no hinges or anything that the wings can move on, so they're always stuck in that position. Now, he's supposed to have this little hat thing go over his head like that, I'm assuming. Not trying to be rude, but to me that just looks stupid, so I leave it on the back there. Head is decently done. It's done in like a gunmetal with a silverish face. A lot of the details are hard to see because of how small the head is and how squished it is in there. It's only on swivel, no ball joint, unfortunately. Nice gold there for the chest, and some more of that gunmetal. Then we got blue. For articulation, sorry I'm bumping on the camera stand, you get a full 360 here at the shoulder if you move it out of the way of things. Nope, never mind. You do not get a full 360, it bumps into the wing. Out that far, you get a bicep rotation, slightly over 90 at the elbow. Nothing at the waist due to transformation, which I can understand that. This crotch flap can move out of the way. You gotta move this, well, I guess there, and then there, okay. You kind of get a big boot. Go that far back. Not quite the full splits because this gets in the way. Thigh rotation, slightly over 90 at the knee, and you do have angle tiltage. Feet can move back a good amount due to transformation, and they can't really move all that forward. For accessories, Starscream just comes with this null rays. They just plug into his forearms, and they're like Gatling guns, but they don't have it, but they have it for the blast effect. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm a little bit disappointed in Starscream, at least in robot mode. I wish he had a waist. I wish he had maybe a wrist swivel to make up for said no waist. I wish the red, besides the red on the wings, was all molded in red, and then that would maybe allow for some extra gunmetal, extra paint to help pop out this figure. This figure feels kind of lackluster in my opinion. So let's get this guy into his vehicle mode. And here we have Starscream in his vehicle mode. And I'm gonna be honest, I prefer this mode over the robot mode. I just wish there was a bit more paint. I really think the gunmetal for the legs and on the propellers really would have helped this mode. And the random ass silver here, just I don't understand that decision. I wish maybe just they went with a gray. Also, where are the Decepticon symbols? You give them for the robot mode once, but not, you know, it could have benefited. Would have looked nice. Come on. He does have wheels, so he rolls as whatever this biplane looking thing is. Propellers spin, obviously. So yeah, he doesn't have a hitch or anything like this one does for his vehicle mode. I'm not transforming this thing, sorry, it's a nightmare. And his hands are kind of just hello, you know. But that's Starscream. Let's move on to Optimus. And here we have Optimus, and I saved him for last because I do really think he is the better of the two. For robot mode anyways, the proportions make sense. I love the head sculpt and how it looks. Really reminds me of that like Creo Optimus Prime head sculpt with how like the vents are on the mouth. Really do like it. Love how the shoulders are and the like little stacks there. Yes, he is a parts former, unfortunately. But yeah, the gold, the silver does just really look nice. A little bits of gunmetal there. More gunmetal here for the legs. And the red. I thought the red would bother me. No, it hides away enough in robot mode. At least there on the legs. Proportions look nice. The hands are done in a nice like metallic blue. He has just enough paint to where I'm like, yeah, okay. I can see where maybe the extra cost went. I really like Optimus Prime's robot mode because it looks neat. It looks good. It looks good. You did good, Hasbro. Good job. You even get silver and gunmetal here for the crotch as well. So yeah, for accessories, he comes with his smokestack. And a shield, which is the cab of the train. And the Autobot symbol is just on silver. Do wish maybe it was tamper-graphed red instead of just a silver outline. But hey, is what it is. I believe that's like one of the first blue Autobot symbols though. In a while. I don't know. Other than the wreckers. But he does look rather cool, rather nice. And let's get into posability, huh? Head is probably on the nicest ball joint I've seen a mainline Transformer have. It's nice. It's really expressive. You get tilt, you get up, you get down. You get all of it. You get all that you want out of the head. Very good. Well done, Hasbro. Full 360 at the shoulder. You get out all the way. Get bicep rotation. You get way over 90 at the elbow. Sadly, no wrist rotation, but he does have what Starscream don't, a waist. You do the full splits. Sadly, he can only go out to there, but if you want to get past that, you can just rotate the waist. And he can go back pretty much all the way if you move it out of the backpack here. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have just that much, but if you activate the transformation joint, you can get a really deep knee bend. And for the feet, you don't really get any ankle tilt. You get like, that's it. But you do get a lot forward and a good amount back. So nice touches there. And what I really like is that the gun, the smokestack gun, you flip it back. Bring that in. Boom. Regular smokestack. That's pretty cool. I like transformable weapons that have a purpose. Really cool. Now let's get Optimus Prime. It's his vehicle mode. And here we have Optimus in this mode. I'm gonna be honest. It looks dumb. I really think Starscream wins in terms of the alt modes, and I'm just gonna bring it in. Albeit Starscream does have a lack of paint, he at least has a complete front. I guess they were like, hey, let's do what Animated did, but like make it very noticeable and not give him front wheels. Yeah. But other than, I wish he had front wheels here. If he had front wheels, it'd look fine, honestly. I do wish he had a tender cart though, in like style of his trailer, but it's fine. There's a decent amount. He actually rolls like really nicely. I was not surprised. I was pretty surprised with how good he could roll, because I just wasn't expecting it. But yeah, I just wish he had front wheels here, and it wouldn't look as like stupid. But it's okay. I'm not going to display him in this mode, so it's fine. Oh, he does have a full wheel. That's why. Okay. So, yeah, that's about it for this set. There's one more thing that I waited till the end for, because I didn't want to put at the beginning of the video and turn a bunch of people off the review. Also, thank you neighbor, for mowing so closely to my house. Thank you, sir. Anywho, I think the plastic quality on these guys is not the greatest. It feels like Combiner Wars Devastator plastic, maybe a little bit better, if I'm being 100% honest. Some of the stuff feels flexible, some of the stuff, it feels like they were using this type of plastic. He feels a lot more fragile than the Hasbro guys, but the type of plastic they used on him feels like they were just like, yeah, let's do that. So, I don't know. In terms of figure, I think Optimus is really the better one out of the set. I think robot mode should always take precedence over the vehicle mode. I think Optimus was the better one. The vehicle mode for Optimus is meh. Starscream is pretty good. I just wish there was more paint on Starscream. Optimus is painted to the boot. I have no issues with the paint on Optimus. I can't wait for Megatron and Bumblebee, because, well, I wanted that Megatron and I'm man on the Bumblebee. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.